Today in this video, we will be discussing the new LS EVCI service tool, which covers the FPT engine, the power shuttle system, and the power shift system. Once you enter the cab, turn the ignition key on. To access the diagnostic port, you will remove the 2 thumb screws on the left side of the dash. You will then remove the panel to access the port. Once removed, you will find the diagnostic port in the lower left-hand corner. Remove the protective cover. You will then install your adapter harness, which is then installed to the OBD2 connector on the adapter box. You can then leave the cab and place your laptop in a suitable location. Then connect a communication box to your laptop. To diagnose the FPT engine in the MT7 and XP tractor, you will choose Diagnosis, Engine, FPT. Once here, you will be given any active and history DTCs stored within the engine ECU. You will be able to select one of these DTCs and then choose freeze frame icon in the bottom, and this will give you important information about data when the code was set. You can then return back to the list by choosing DTC list. To clear these codes, you simply click DTC clear at the bottom left of the screen. Meet the conditions of ignition on, engine stop. Once complete, you'll be prompted, choose OK. And now your codes should be clear unless they remain active. Next is data analysis. Within this, you'll be given a group selection of measurable parameters. You can isolate these down between specific groups or choose all. Here you will find different values of temperatures, pressures, and switch positions. You can change your unit of measure in the bottom left-hand corner, or you can choose to record this data during test drive and testing operations. You can then choose Stop Record, and you will be prompted to save this for later use. You again can select by group, such as pollutant reductant parameters. You will be able to see AdBlue quality, AdBlue concentration, pressures, NH3, and NOx concentrations. You can also see other ATS temperature readings. You can then go to actuation test, where you will have the option of being able to turn on and off the heated fuel filter relay, the warning light, and complete an injector cutout test. Within this test, you will be able to choose which injector you would like to shut off. Once completed, you will be prompted that the test was a success. You can then view the graph for any changes during the test. The next screen is System Identification. Here you will find important information regarding the engine software number, version number, serial number, and programming dates, along with the EMA codes associated with your injectors at the bottom of the screen. Under Special Functions, you will find Injector Replacement screen. Here you will find the EMA codes associated with your injectors that you will need to update during injector replacement. You will then choose Write. You will be prompted of Complete, and then you can leave this screen. You will also find rail pressure control valve replacement, oil change to reset the oil change indicator, catalyst replacement for when you need to replace DPF or SCR, EGR replacement, DSOX regeneration service to clean the ATS system. Here you will find the inducement counter reset. You will use this to be able to get the tractor out of torque limitation or limp mode. You will simply select OK. You will then be notified that you intend to reset all inducement counters. You will then need to turn the ignition key off, wait 10 seconds, then back on, and choose OK. And this will reset the inducement counters and be able to remove the tractor from limp mode, which is a much easier process than the older FPT tool. You will also have the option for a UDST test to test the doser injector and AdBlue dosing system, also known as DEF. To run this test, you will simply select it, read through your conditions, and make sure that all conditions are met. You will then choose OK. It is important that you not carry out more than 2 consecutive UDST tests without working the tractor and bringing it up to temperature first. You will then actuate the test, and you will be brought to the graphing menu. The key things to be looking here are for the blue duty cycle line and the red AdBlue pressure line. In the beginning, you should see a drop of the red AdBlue pressure line. This is a system drawing a vacuum to draw DEF into the pump. You will then see a duty cycle fire. And then your red pressure line should climb to above 5,000. It will then level out. The injector will then fire, and you should see a pressure drop from the nozzle opening. It will then close. It will level out again. And then your pressure will be drawn back down to a vacuum. And the nozzle will be fired again to clear out the remaining DEF in the nozzle. Once complete, you will get an overall graph, and this is how the graph should appear on a properly functioning doser injector and AdBlue dosing system. You will be able to print this graph and the associated screen for later use. Once complete, choose OK. Test is completed. Next, you have stored data. In stored data, you will find lifelong information regarding the tractor. You can print this file and use it as you need. Next, you have DTC reporting. Within this screen, you will find important information regarding the tractor, as well as any active and history DTC codes, along with some parameter readings. You can choose to print this or save to a file for later use. Next, you have data reporting. Again, you will see important information regarding the tractor, along with a multitude of parameter readouts to use for diagnosing and repairing the unit. You can choose to print this or save to a file for later use. And this concludes diagnosis for the FPT engine. To diagnose the power shift system, you will choose Diagnose, ETC System, and then the PST icon. Once this launches, you will be brought to the DTC analysis screen, and this will show you any active or history DTCs within the PST system. You can also choose the All DTC Help at the bottom right-hand corner, and this will populate all DTCs within the PST system. You can then choose any code you want to diagnose, and you will be brought to the troubleshooting tree for the associated code. You will see the S and F code any warning lights, the failure, the root cause, any effects on the vehicle, followed by the checklist to follow to properly diagnose the system. Below the checklist, you will find any parts breakdowns or electrical schematics associated with the repair of this DTC. To clear codes, you will go to the DTC clear icon at the bottom left hand, meet your conditions, choose clear. Once complete, OK. All codes should be cleared unless they remain active. Next is the data analysis screen. Here you will be able to see a group selection of parameters associated with the PST system. You can choose a group or simply choose all to see all values for the PST system. You can then choose to record these values during a test drive or verification of repair. You can then choose to stop, and you'll be prompted to save it to a file for later use. You can also change your units of measurement. Next, you will find the actuation test screen, which is not supported for the PST. Next, you will find system identification, which will give you important information regarding the PST, such as model, version, and location. Next screen is special function, where you will be able to do a manual forward and reverse pressure calibration, forward and reverse gear synchro positioning, and main gear synchro positioning. Next, you will find the DTC report screen. Here you will find important information regarding the PST, as well as any DTCs and parameter readings at the time that they were set. You can choose to print this or save to a file for later use. Next, you have data report. This report will again give you important information regarding the PST system, along with important values and life history of the PST. You can choose to print this file or save for later use. And this concludes the diagnosis of the PST system.